Would you like to see Gorosaurus versus Man, the solo trilogy from Toho? No, I would not, because nobody gives a shit about those two monsters. So let's be real, honestly. With the exception of a handful of Toho monsters, a lot of them really suck.
To stop the motherfucking lie.
Look at this guy's got glasses. Oh, a sophisticated zombie.
I heard Rodan's in here. I don't know if I don't know if I missed him.
I missed Rodan. On top of the volcano, I missed Rodan. Flying over the water, I missed Rodan. He's been confirmed, established 2014, right here on E.T.N motherfucking N. I have only ever loved one woman. And it ain't you, bitch. Poof. Bye-bye. Have a nice trip. See you next fall, because winter's coming.
I figured, I thought it was pretty good. I thought I liked it. I enjoyed it. And number one is Godzilla. Godzilla? Motherfucker!
Motherfucking trailer.
All right. Who's ready to lose some money? Or make money? Really depends. Do you have diamond hands? I'm talking about the kind of hands that can wear the Infinity Gauntlet. All right. So as you can see, a lot of people very excited about the opportunity to make money. Not even 30 people here. But that's okay, because you guys who are here, those other guys are going to be crying when you guys are millionaires 10 years from now. And that's the whole idea. It's not about trying to make that kind of money in a couple of months. It's about slowly investing, little by little, buying the dips, taking profits when they're at their peak, which is always the hard part, because you got to learn how to read patterns and trends. And that's still a part I'm learning. You know what I mean? I know the indicators, some of them. I know which time frames to look at, but it's still kind of hard to predict. Not predict, but it's kind of hard to call that stuff. You know? That's the tough part. All right, we're going to... all right, we'll just talk about it. You guys have been wanting to talk about this. You guys asked for a stream about this. So that's what we're doing tonight. All right? I'm sure we'll have some Godzilla fans slowly leaking into the stream wanting to talk about that kind of stuff. But no, that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. All right, give me a second here. Let's see where we're at today. So CoinMarketCap, this is a good website you guys should definitely take and bookmark. So we're not doing too good today. We are not doing too great. Everything's down again. But it's really down simply because everything's been kind of more or less trading sideways. You know what I mean? It really hasn't. We really haven't gotten back even to 40,000. That's what a lot of experts are looking for. If you follow a lot of those, guys on YouTube who have been doing this for years, there are some YouTubers out there who definitely know what they're talking about, who definitely are worth listening to. I think I shared that with you guys the other day, so I hope you took note of it. And a lot of them are kind of saying the same thing. It's whether or not Bitcoin can get back above the 200-day moving average. And right now that's not happening. It's meeting resistance right around just under 40,000, around 40,000. I think the high today, let's see what the high was.
Like that.
Hi, buddy.
Good night, everyone. Make sure you subscribe or else a giant soccer ball will appear.
I don't think that's really going to scare them.
Yeah, but then what if it rolls over
Okay,
the
go to bed.
house?
Go to bed. Yeah, so the 24-hour high at this point was 39,000, and our 24-hour low was 36. So kind of trading sideways, but not reaching back over that juicy point. You know what I mean? So who here is invested in crypto? Is there anyone here? I know a couple of people, but is there anyone here that started investing already or is thinking about doing it? All right. Your mom did? Well, that's good. Okay, so for those of you who are not, but are interested, probably now is a good time to get in, because a lot of these coins and altcoins are, I don't want to say they're at their all-time low, but they're pretty far away from their all-time high. And a lot of them, a good portion of them should recover. There might be some cryptos that drop off the map, depending on how long this takes to recover. Well, getting a full Bitcoin is going to be pretty hard, Slushy. Don't worry about that. The point is not to own a whole Bitcoin. The point is to own some Bitcoin. And if you buy some now, that's probably the best time to do it. When Bitcoin has a big dip the way it has in the last week, dating back to last week, when I think it was it was teetering between like 57 and just under 60, and then next thing you know, it just dropped down to like 40, and then it hovered around there, then it dropped down under 40, then it went down as far down as 30. I mean, that's when you want to really kind of break out the cash and really go in hard. So yeah, if it's something you're thinking about doing, obviously educate yourself. But now's probably the best time to do it. But it really depends also, because a lot of these exchanges, like Binance is the one I use primarily, Binance US. I want to make sure I specify that. There are two Binances. There's one for all around the world, and there's one specifically for United States people. Not quite sure why that is, but that's just how it is. Binance originally started with just Binance UK, and then they had to make a special site for United States, North American users. So, but yeah, I mean, I would certainly consider getting in now if you're going to do it. So it's always good to have multiple exchanges. So I have Binance, I have Bittrex, I have Gemini, Coinbase, which actually I've had Coinbase since 2017 because I started messing around with crypto in 2017. It's only this year that I really went in hard. I had some crypto from back then that did gain some value, but nothing big. I didn't have a whole lot of it. And then I just kind of liked Binance. A lot of people recommended it for good reason. The fees are low, depending on which crypto you use. So, yeah. Yeah, Dogecoin, in my opinion, okay. Obviously, no financial advice here, especially for me, because again, I'm just as new as you guys to a certain extent, but some of you know that I've been going hard at this for like the past 4 months, and I've done a lot of self-education, and I still will never know everything, but I'm not even close to being where I'd like to be. So in my opinion, I would say Dogecoin is probably not the best first investment to make. It's not really at the moment backed by anything. It is literally a meme coin. The only reason it has any value right now is because of Elon Musk. So, not to say that you can't take it and have fun with it and make some money, but that would be like my table scraps, right? So if I'm making some investments and I have a little money left over, like if I have like $100, $200 left over, maybe I throw it at Doge and see what happens. But for the most part, I have no Doge. I bought Doge when it was like 1 or 2 cent, and then it hit like 8 or 9 cent, and I sold it all. And I made, obviously, if I would have held it longer, I would have made a lot more, but I'm cool with that. I just, as I was educating myself more and more, I realized that Doge is probably not the best way to invest my money. So I dropped it, you know, and it'll probably go to $1 by the end of the year. Yeah, Coinbase is okay, but I would say Binance is probably the best one. So you can buy Oakland A's merch and tickets and Dallas Mavericks merch and tickets with Doge. Yeah, no, you can definitely buy things with Doge, and it'll probably just turn out to be a regular, like almost like a fiat currency. But when you kind of look at when you look at some of what these other projects are doing, like, you know, Ethereum and Cardano and VeChain, things like that, you know, these are coins and projects that have a future. They're doing things. Doge just doesn't have that. You know, it doesn't have a hard fork. It doesn't have a blockchain or anything. It's inflatable. You know what I mean? And the people who run Dogecoin own most of it. And earlier this year, when it went up pretty high, I think it had gotten up to like 20 or 25 cents. And then, of course, people bought at the top. Let me just drop back here. You know, because FOMO, fear of missing out. So everybody was talking about Dogecoin. Dogecoin is the most popular thing. Everybody bought it like at the peak, like 20, 25 cents. And then those guys dumped it. They made a buttload of money, and then it went back down to like 7 to 6 cents. So, you know, those guys are just going to keep doing that. That's why Elon Musk is trying to get them to, you know, do more with the coin and dump everything they're holding. You know what I mean? Get rid of it and kind of release it to the people type of deal. So I don't know. I just don't feel too comfortable about Doge right now with that. But again, and I'm well aware that people are going to probably make a lot of money off of it. I'm well aware it's going to $1. That's just not where I want to put my money. Because right now, when I'm investing in this stuff, I'm thinking 7 to 10 years down the road. So I'm not even really thinking about trying to flip any short-term coins right now. I'm not there yet to do that. You know, I have to learn how to read the charts more so I can make the best estimated predictions on when a peak for a certain coin is going to happen and make sure to sell it before it dips. You know, like buy it when it's at a low price, right before it's going to hit a peak. Usually you can try and do that by not only reading the charts, but also another site I'm going to share with you guys, a site that gives you news on when crypto events are happening, because that's usually when certain coins will have a spike. And this website is called CoinMarketCal right here. And you see, like, the minute you get to the site right here, first page, it'll tell you, like, right now, this one is trending. Mainnet launch for, which coin is this? Let me see. So this one is Cetify Fund. They're having a big event. It's trending. A lot of people are calling it hot. It's got a lot of votes. So right now it's at $2.06 as of today. And they're having their mainnet launch in 3 days. So this might see a spike. You know what I mean? Again, you don't want to get too crazy looking at these, because then you're going to want to go crazy and buy them all, right? Because you'll be like, oh my God, all this news. I'm going to, you know, you really got to kind of pick and choose. You want to diversify, but you don't want to stretch yourself thin. So like I have VeChain, Cardano, Bitcoin, Litecoin. Those are like my main 4. So VeChain, Cardano, Bitcoin, Litecoin are my main 4. And that's kind of what I focus on. I have a couple of other coins. Like I have VeTho, but that's mainly, I'm getting that as a reward for staking my VeChain. So I haven't actually bought the coin. I'm just getting it for free by staking my, so like if I end up accumulating like a couple of thousand VeTho, which is right now trading for just under a penny, and then let's say it goes up to like, I don't know, 50 cents, which it probably won't. It's mainly a gas token. It's so that way you can pay transfer fees when you're on the VeChain blockchain or the VeChain mainnet, like if you're swapping coins or whatever. But it still has, you know, it still can go up in value. So if it, you know, I'm getting another cryptocurrency basically for free just because I'm staking my VeChain. You know, and that's something I just learned about a couple of weeks ago with staking, how to do it, you know, where to go to do it, what are the best APY percentages. So like I'm getting, I think, just under 5% for staking my Cardano. And I'm getting a little bit over 5% for staking my Bitcoin and staking my Litecoin. Now that BlockFi, that's on BlockFi. BlockFi is a really good site for that. For where I'm staking my Cardano is my Exodus wallet. That's where I'm doing that. That has a bunch of different, because I try to find the sites that have at least multiple coins that I have. So for example, BlockFi allows me to, oh, by the way, this website is CryptoCow. So we're going to come back to this in a minute. But so BlockFi is where I do my Bitcoin and Litecoin. They also do VeChain, not VeChain. They also do Chainlink, right? Hey, puppers, what are you doing? Hi. What are you doing? My doggy. She came over to say hi. Wagging your tail, huh? She had a boo-boo today. Hadn't had one of those in a long time. But you know what it is? I gave her a lot of water today. It was hot as fuck up here, so I had to give her some water. So staking. So BlockFi is where I stake Bitcoin and Litecoin. Exodus is a desktop wallet that I use right now. And I'm only using it because I can stake my Cardano and my VeChain there. And then I have other wallets. I also have SparkPoint. SparkPoint is just another recent crypto I picked up. It was a challenge to get that, but I got it on KuCoin. I bought 20,000 because it was like a couple of percentages under a penny. So I think I invested like 150 and I got like 20,000 tokens. It's a pretty good project. They were actually just recently featured on the NASDAQ Titantron in Times Square, like their logo and everything. And they actually have a couple of events coming up, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull them up here. SRK. So, you know, they have some coming next month. They have quite a few coming. Actually, they have one on May 30th. One. Yeah, they have one coming the end of this month, one coming the end of June. And then the only other crypto I'm getting into is Illuvium, which is supposed to be coming out later this year, which is an NFT game. It's like Pokemon. And you basically play the game, you get loot, hopefully you get something that drops worth of value, like an NFT, and then you can sell it on OpenSea, you know, which is where NFTs are, you know, kind of auctioned off for people, you know. Rob, does your dog support Dogecoin? No, because she's not she's a Malamute. So I can make a crypto called Malcoin, and she'll support that. Ravencoin, there you go. Why does Elon Musk have more influence than everybody else in regards to crypto? Because people are dumb. There's really no other way to put it. People are dumb. You know, the idea that one man can influence the market the way he does is ridiculous. But the Bitcoin crash wasn't solely on his tweet. The Bitcoin crash was a manipulated crash, and that's the kind of thing you got to be careful with when you get into crypto. It's not like the stock exchange. There are rules and there are rules in place for regular stocks that don't allow major corporations to manipulate the market. That's against the law. You know, like in other words, you can't just drop and dump everything. You know what I mean? If that activity is seen in the stock exchange, you get a heavy fine. JP Morgan, I think, suffered one back in the day for like a $1.5 billion for dumping all over silver back in the day. But that rule does not apply in crypto, which is why you see a lot of institutions getting into it. I think a lot of them wanted to take profits, so they did at the peak, and then they all dumped and they all sold, and now they're getting back in. So I don't see why everyone immediately trusts Elon without doing research. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, Rob, are you going to create Ravencoin? Well, I might. There is a smart chain coming out. I don't know. I'm trying to remember which one it was. I gotta look it up. There is a new mainnet coming out. I forget the name of the crypto that's heading it. That's going to allow you to make your own crypto. Just like, I think it's SparkPoint, actually. It might be SparkPoint. I'm not sure. But it's going to allow you to make your own crypto without all the crazy shit. But it's, a lot of those cryptos are going to be memey. You know what I mean? So if I can, I will, just for fun. I'll make sure to open it up at like 5 cents so you guys don't, you know what I mean? You guys can buy all of it, and then if it goes up to 10 cents, you just dump and make some money. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, Elon Musk doesn't know everything. He was selling Teslas for Bitcoin. Then he said he was not going to do it anymore because of the amount of energy that's consumed when Bitcoin's being mined. But the amount of energy that Bitcoin miners actually consume is pretty negligible. In the overall scheme of things, I think he knows that. I just think because he's like the clean technology car guy, using a Bitcoin to allow people to purchase your car when people think it's bad for the environment when it really isn't, is a bad look. So I think his investors talked him out of it. Are you going to get some crypto mining machine? No. Nope. No, I can't afford to pay that kind of electric bill. The amount of electricity you need to run to kind of mine anything worth mining, I mean, you need a machine, man. I mean, you need a couple of them. And the amount of energy that you're going to consume trying to mine even one Bitcoin or any other coin that you can mine is really not worth it. It really isn't. At least I don't think so. Maybe there's more research out there to give a better understanding of the possibilities of doing it as someone that's normal. But no, no mining for me. I take it very simple. I buy when I can. I buy when those numbers are red, like you see. You know what I mean? When they're red, when you see red like this on here, all these reds, that's when you buy. Now, I'm not going to stop buying because right now, like Cardano, for example, is at $1.60. That's still very low from the all-time high. The all-time high was $2.50 just like a week and a half ago. And I suspect Cardano will probably get back to like $2.10. So it's still a very good buy, and I have been slowly buying some little by little. Who was the YouTuber you watched who spoke on day trading, trade alts, or something? He's a smaller channel, but he's really smart. Let me see if I can find his name. I have it on my thing here. Give me a second. Okay. Just bear with me. Let me just find it here because I know it's trade alts. Yeah. But just full disclosure, it's a software that does the day trading for you. And it's pretty effective. I used it. I still have it right now. I'm not using it because I'm just kind of waiting to see where the market goes. If it starts just trading sideways for a couple of months, then probably not going to do any day trading with that. But it was good. I was making small profits, but I was making profits every day. Every day it was in the green without even with little effort. But you got to be careful. You can make a lot of money doing that, but you need a huge capital to start with. If you start with $1,000, you're only going to make like $20 a day, if you're, at best, but if you start with like 10 grand, 20 grand, you could probably make, a couple of hundred a day easy. I mean, that dude in that channel, Trade Alts, he's been doing it for a year, and now he's making like $15,000 a month. But he's trading in coins, you know what I mean? He's not taking profit in cash. He's just stacking up his portfolio, which is what I'm trying to do, but I'm doing it manually. I'm not using that. I'm doing it like every day. I watch. I mainly watch at night because that's when it tends to dip more, and on the weekends. At night and on the weekends is when the market tends to you'll see dips, Then during the day it tends to go up. Like today it was pretty green earlier today. And now it's going back down a little bit. But nothing crazy scary. I mean, even Bitcoin's only down 1%. The problem with Bitcoin is it's not breaking the 40,000 mark. That's the problem. That's what everybody's waiting for. I do not have Ethereum. No. again, I have to decide which ones I want to go for. You know, like again, there's so many out there, but if you try to own a little bit of everything, then you're not going to make anything. You know what I mean? So that's why I keep it to like 4 or 5. So like I said, I have Bitcoin. Most of my portfolio is in Bitcoin. I have Bitcoin, Litecoin, VeChain, Cardano, and SparkPoint. Those are like my 5. You can mine with No, I know you can mine with graphics cards, but it still doesn't mean it's not going to cost money, like electricity. I mean, I could probably mine with this computer at night when I'm sleeping, but I don't know if, it's like, for what, I mean, I would literally have to leave this machine running to mine all day, and I like to use it for things, I'm not going to mine efficiently if I'm trying to play a game or trying to stream, you know what I mean? I pretty much would need a whole new computer. And I'm just not going to do that. Yeah. I know you warned me about Robinhood, but Bitcoin is at 38,100. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. That's not the only place Bitcoin is at 38,100, And I still wouldn't use Robinhood. I just stay away from that, dude. Like, I don't understand why you even mention that. I told you the other day, don't use that app. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, if you use it, just say goodbye to your money. At some point or another, just say goodbye to your money. Don't use that app. Do not use that app. Especially you, Tyler. I know how unwoke you are. That is a woke app. That's the same app that locked everybody out of trading for GameStop because they are controlled by the government. Stop using Robinhood. If you support freedom, stop using Robinhood. That is not a place you want to invest in crypto. After what they did with the GameStonks, dude, out. Open a Binance account or Bittrex or Coinbase and move your assets over there. Do not use Robinhood. I can't stress it enough. Yeah, that's a good stack right there, WTF. I also have a little bit of Algo and a little bit of Atom, simply because the options to stake them were on that app I use, and I said, okay, I bought them on a dip. So I have like a couple of 100 coins of Algo, and Atom was a little expensive even on the dip. I think I got it for $9 when the all-time high for that was 27. So I think I bought like 20 or 30 coins of that, and that was it. I know, yeah, very much so, Jonathan. How long ago did you start learning about crypto and Bitcoin? So I got my feet wet in crypto in 2017. I didn't really take it seriously. I kind of bought a couple of things. Then I was like, I don't really want to have this. Then I let it go. And then I got back into it early this year. I would say like the turn of the year, like January. And I didn't buy right away. I just kind of went in. I started educating myself because I've always wanted to get into crypto before. Like after 2017, I wanted to stay with it, but I didn't necessarily have the financial flexibility to do it. Now I do. So before I even put any money in anywhere, I started learning. I started watching certain YouTube channels, and I was very sure to avoid any channel that said this coin is going to go like 300x, and like, you know what I mean? Like once I see those, I'm like, okay, forget it. I'm not. So I found a couple of channels that were very good, were very honest about the expectations, were talking about the goods and the bads of it. And then I started just doing research online, learning about what a blockchain was, what a mainnet is, what a hard fork is, because these are a lot of terminologies you'll hear with these coins, and then you don't really understand it. And I want to understand what I'm investing in a little bit more than just the common words you hear. And ever since then, I've just been slowly investing. So I started small. I would say right now, even with this recent crash, my overall portfolio is still at a 20% profit. And at the peak of this recent bull run, I would say my profits were probably a little bit over 50%. I have my portfolio spread out 4 or 5 different places, but its total value is probably a little over $5,000. And I would say I probably started with just under $2,000. So I've done well. I've done well for a small small investment. Because I didn't just take one lump sum and throw it in and start doing it. I was doing it little by little, like week by week. I put a little money in. And then after a while, I stopped putting money in because I was still learning. And I was like, okay, well, hold on. I'm not buying this crypto properly. I need to rein it in and wait for it to dip, and then I'll buy. So then it started slowing down a little bit. I was like, okay, all right, but that's okay. I'll be patient. And then, and that's all I've been doing. I've just been buying on small dips, and I've been focusing on several coins, more than several coins, but like 5 coins majorly, 5 coins. And yeah, and that's all I've been doing, and that's what I continue to do. This recent dip and crash in the market is a God's blessing for me. It didn't start off that way. I'm not gonna lie, because let me tell you what happened. When Bitcoin was at $64,000, that was its peak, I think. I said, okay, I want to buy some Bitcoin, but I'm not going to buy it at $64,000. I'll wait for it to go down. So then it went down to like $57,000, and I thought, okay, I said, that's not bad. I'll get in there. So I threw in $1,000, just like that. I threw in $1,000. Now this is recent, so actually my portfolio is actually a little higher, but I'm talking about in terms of my initial investment. This was recent. So it's actually a little bit more than 5 now. Well, actually, no, because of the dip, it's actually lower. So, but anyway, you get my point. Once everything goes back to normal, my portfolio won't be no $5,000. It'll be closer to 7 or 8. So then I was like, okay. And then it dropped to 51. And I was like, oh, damn. But I said, okay, it's no big deal. It's still there. I'm staking it. It's all good. I'll just drop another $1,000. And I did. And then that's when we had the crash. And those first few days, that first day, because it went from like 51 to 49, and I was looking at the trend, and I'm like, you know what? I should probably sell and then buy when it gets lower. But then I was like, yeah, but what if it doesn't go that low? And then what if it turns around and goes high? So I said, you know what? Let me just not kill myself here. It's not like it's going to stay that low forever. Wherever it goes, it'll go back up. What I have now will eventually be a profit. So I held it. And I'm very proud of myself that I did, because even if Bitcoin trades a little while sideways, even if we're doing between 38 and 42,000 for the next couple of months, eventually it is going to get back up to past where I made my initial purchases. So just hold it. And I'm staking it right now for whatever it's worth. I'm staking it. So now what I am doing is I'm doing little Bitcoin micro purchases. $100 here, $250 here. I'm still buying it. I'm still going to buy it on this dip. I can't do it like the big boys do it, but it adds up. It'll add up. I mean, if I'm buying at 38 now, let's say Bitcoin, it's like 70,000 at the turn of the new year. I mean, that's a pretty big jump for, so little micro investments like that, 250 here, 100 here, 100 here, over the course of a couple of weeks. If it continues trading like this over the course of a couple of weeks, next you know, you don't realize you've accumulated another $1,000, maybe $2,000 worth of Bitcoin at $38,000. And then it has more than a 50% jump over the course of the next 6 months. Suddenly your 2,000 that you invested slowly over time become 4,000 on top of the other eventual $2,000 in Bitcoin you have. Suddenly you have, $6,000 worth of Bitcoin, which is not bad. Again, I'm thinking long term, I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking 10 years, 7 to 10 years down the road. So if in my first year of investment, I've accumulated $6,000 worth of Bitcoin, you only need 0.28 Bitcoin to be in the 1% if the experts are predicting Bitcoin correctly, at which point, if Bitcoin becomes worth $1 million or possibly more, you only need 0.28 to get into that 1%. That's all I'm looking for. Once I get that 0.28, that all gets put away, and then I'll continue with, what I'm doing now. So if I get 0.28 5-6 years from now, and there's going to be another crash, it according to what I'm seeing here, it seems to happen once every other year. But although this time it happened twice in 1 year, because it happened last March in 2020. Rob, with crypto being launched into the mainstream and already being attacked by the woke, where will crypto be in 20 years? Do you think governments will try to heavily regulate them to ridiculous degrees? Yes, and that's not as bad as people make it sound, and I'll tell you why. If government tries to come in and regulate it, then that legitimizes crypto. It's only going to increase its value. See, crypto is never going to lose its value. If the government regulates crypto to a certain extent, all that's going to do is have a temporary crash in the market. But ultimately, in the long run, it legitimizes it and makes it more valuable. Because the government regulating it doesn't change its value. Its value is still there. There's only so much crypto available. The crypto is not going to be mined out for another 100 years or so. Not everyone is going to be able to own one crypto coin. That makes it valuable. That's part of it. The other part of it is that it's an asset you can invest in that's movable. So like, what's this guy's name? He's a very, very big crypto investor from, I think the name of his company is MicroStrategy or something like that. Or I think his name is Michael Sayer. And he said, when you invest in a building or you invest in property or you invest in, any kind of business or whatever, like something physical in a certain location, that's a great asset to own, but it's not one you can move. So like if I bought a business or if I bought a building or a series of houses or a series of real estate in a location and the government comes in to regulate that or tax it or whatever, I can't physically move those buildings. He said, but Bitcoin, I can move that. And he's right. You can. You know what I mean? So, in other words, the point is, let's say they do pass that law where if you move $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, you get taxed. Well, that's fine. You just move 5,000 into one wallet, 5,000 into another wallet, and then remove them from there. And that's the point he's trying to make. Just because they come in and regulate it doesn't mean it's going to really affect you. Hey, Rob, did you catch my question on Facebook? I did not. Or was it? Rob, did you see the story where the guy forgot his password to his $225 million crypto account? Yep. That is why when you guys learn about wallets, the first thing you need to do, write down your seed phrase and make a big password. My password is like 23 characters. It's insane. And it's all numbers and letters and capital letters. And every wallet, you have to develop a seed phrase. It's usually a 16-word phrase. And you have to write that down. Because if you don't know that phrase, whatever's in your wallet, you're not getting. On Shibcoin, it's another meme coin like Dogecoin.
That chicken, I put it in the fridge or something?
No, put it in the fridge. I'm done. It was a bunch of questions. So does that mean you want me to go over there and look for it and read it? Is that your way of saying, Rob, can you please love me long time and read the messages I left you on Facebook so I don't have to type it again? So you're going to make me do the work? Is this your password? No. No. It's a little bit more comprehensive than that. Yeah, Shibcoin's another meme coin. If you want to buy a Shibcoin, you can get it on KuCoin. KuCoin is another exchange, but you can put fiat money in there, but it's a pain in the ass. You're better off just transferring Bitcoin into it, trading the Bitcoin into Tether, like a stable coin, like USDT, and then use the USDT to buy the coins you want. That's how I bought my Spark Point. Because some of these early adopted coins that have potential value that you might want to, like if you do research on a coin that's just coming out and you want to get in early and buy it when it's like well under a penny, so that way if you spend like $100, you get like 30,000 coins. They're kind of hard to find. That's why crypto market cap is really good. You can search the coin there and it'll tell you what exchanges have it available. The crappy thing is that a lot of the good exchanges that have those more ambiguous coins are only for the UK or other parts of the world. They're not, if you live in the US, you can't use them. But KuCoin is one of the ones that you can, and they do have a lot of those ambiguous coins like Shiba and Spark Point and other ones. Yeah, I don't know anything about Bitcoin Z, so I don't fuck with it. Rob, if you invest money into crypto, do I have to pay taxes on it? Yeah, it's still income. So if you invest money into crypto, let's say you invested, you did it for 7, 8, 9 years, 10 years, 11 years, and you're ready to retire, you pull out your money, whatever you pull out, put aside 30% for the government. It's still considered income. But there are some other more intricate tax information that I haven't got to yet. So that generally right there is just a fact about taxes in this country. But there are some other things regarding crypto that there are other tax rules involved. I don't know what they are yet. I'm not too worried about that right now because I don't intend on taking any of the money out. So, but initially, I would think the first thing you need to do if you take it out is put aside 30% for the government. Capital gains tax. So that's probably something I better look into before next year. Your father bought a shit ton of SHIB coin and some other crypto on the crash. Yeah, well, hopefully SHIB makes a strong comeback. I don't know, because with this huge market dip, all the Doge coins and the meme coin people are probably like, yo, fuck this. So hopefully it's not, it's not a waste, and he gets his money back at least, or makes a huge profit. All right, so I guess Steve wants me to read his questions on Facebook, so I got to do the work for him. I don't know. I put a post up for a stream, and he asked the questions on Facebook because why do that on the stream, right? So, why do that on the stream? Doesn't make any sense. All right. Let's see what you had to ask here. Steve Miller says, so these are my big questions. What are the pros and cons of investing cryptocurrency? Is it good for long-term investments or short-term? Let's say that the dollar became completely devalued and cryptocurrency becomes our next currency. How do we know which currency is the best currency to invest? There are so many of them, and it just seems like anyone can come up with their own currency. And that's true, they can. So the first question, what are the pros and the cons of investing cryptocurrency? The pros is because of its volatility, you can make a lot of money in the long term and the short term if you know what you're doing. I'm not there yet, so I'm not going to recommend short-term investments. I'm going to recommend long-term. What is the cons? The volatility is also a con because this recent market crash. Now, if you're a person that holds long-term, then the market crash shouldn't bother you. In fact, if you're a long-term holder, someone who's thinking years down the road, then a market crash is one of the best things you could ever hope for because it allows you the opportunity to just suck up everything that you can. Now, I decided to do it with money instead of the crypto I had, because there is a way there. Once I understand how to read charts and how to understand and recognize trends, and I hope I get to that point, then what I'll do next time is when everything's at its peak, I sell what I have. And then when it crashes, I rebuy it with what I've made in profit, which means that on the crash, it'll increase the amount of crypto I have and it'll make my portfolio bigger when it recovers. That's really what you want to do. But I don't have that knowledge yet. I'm not there yet. I'm still new to this. So I use this money. I just use the money. What was the other question? Is it good for long-term investment or short-term? I would say it's more good for long-term investment. Let's say that the dollar became completely devalued and cryptocurrency becomes the next currency. How do we know which currency is the best currency to invest in? Well, that's where you gotta have to do research. So Bitcoin ultimately is probably the best investment you can make. If you're investing long-term, you could theoretically just continue to buy Bitcoin every week, no matter whether it goes up or down. It is more effective to dollar cost average into it. But for the most part, Bitcoin is one of those investments where as long as you're buying some, it doesn't matter because the value of Bitcoin is going to continue to go up. Even if it has a temporary crash, even if it has a 70% dip like it just did, it's going to go back up. It's inevitable. So if you're holding long-term, Bitcoin's probably your best bet if you're new. In terms of the other coins, there are some other altcoins that have a very bright future that you just have to research. So for example, you might hear a lot about Cardano ADA. in the market right now with good reason. So when I started trying to understand why everybody was so hot on Cardano, I realized that they are developing a mainnet that is going to feature, I guess one of the biggest features for Cardano is, number one, it's decentralized. Number two, it's going to fix a problem that, and Binance did this too, by the way. It's going to fix a big issue that Ethereum has right now, which is gas fees. So as valuable as Ethereum is, what turns me off from investing into it is that if I buy Ethereum and I want to exchange it to a wallet, or if I want to bring it somewhere else, or it costs an astronomical amount of money. And you also have to be careful of which altcoins you buy under the Ethereum blockchain, because they all suffer from the same problem. So for example, I used to own Avi, okay, AAVE. It's not a bad coin. And when I bought it, I wanted to switch it over to a wallet I had on my phone. And I didn't have that much. I had a couple of $100, and it was going to cost me, I think at some point, $300 or $400 just to move it. I would have to have $300 to $400 in Ethereum to pay the fee to move the coin. And they're still having these problems, and it fluctuates. One day it could be like $10. Another day it could be $21. Another day it could be $150. Now, Ethereum is trying to fix that right now. They have a new, mainnet or an upgrade coming out. I think I don't know if it's July or August. Let me see. I don't know if it's July or August, but a lot of people are not too confident that it's going to, okay, the testnet supposed to come the end of June. And then they have a hard fork, which I think is the one has been accepted to be included in the London hard fork, which is expected to come out in July. So I think the one at the end of July in London, the London hard fork, is supposed to be where their gas fees are going down. So we'll see. We'll see. They have they have 3 events coming in June and 1 coming in July. And I think the July one's supposed to be the one that's supposed to help alleviate the gas fees. But, that's why I'm always puzzled why people are so into Ethereum, because it's not decentralized and their gas fees are absolutely insane. But there are people who love it. This is why I'm not investing in it, though. It's not decentralized and it has high gas fees. Just 2 things I'm not interested in. Cardano is going to be decentralized, and not only is Cardano developing a blockchain that's going to work more efficiently than Ethereum and have lesser fees, it's also going to have an ERC converter, which means if you have Ethereum-based tokens that you want to move over into the Cardano the Cardano network, then you can convert them to the ERC converter, which will lessen the fees, which is why Cardano is very hyped up right now. And for good reason. They have a lot of good things coming to them. So, yeah, that can be spotted on the camera. I don't know. So you want to blow me a kiss? I know. No, I'm working. I'll come see you. All right. My wife wanted to give me a kiss, but she forgot to do it before she got into her jammies. And jammies means no bra. So her huge jugs were about to pop on this camera, and I said, yeah, you don't want to do that. Our first Wheaties shortage of the evening. What's up, Eric? Apparently Wheaties had a beer in 2015. Did it really? What am I releasing, Robcoin? Probably never. Yeah, Polygon-matic is definitely another good project. But again, I gotta take it easy. I can't disinvest in everything. I gotta make my choices, and I made them. So I'm aware of Polygon too, and I wish I could jump on, but right now you have to reach that balance of diversifying and not stretching yourself thin. Because owning like 50 or 100 coins of like 20 different coins is not going to get you anywhere. But having like 5 coins you're heavily invested in, I got 20,000 SRK. I got quite a few thousand of VeChain. I got
You are one awesome motherfucker.
almost 2,000 Cardano. You know, I have Bitcoin. I have 4
Stephen
Litecoin.
Miller tipped $5. I had a bunch of questions, but I asked about pros and cons. Is it good investment long-term or short-term? How to know which currency is the best currency to invest since there are hundreds of them?
Steve, did you leave the stream for a little while? Because I literally answered all your questions. Like, where were you? Like, right, like not even, like maybe 5 minutes ago, I literally answered all your questions. You own 100 Cardano so far? That's still good. I've been buying Cardano for a while now. I've been buying it like a little by little every week. $0.5 Bitcoin by 2022. Well, you better buy some today. You better be buying a lot right now. Because I'll tell you right now, once this little dip it has is over, it's probably not going to dip again until maybe later next year. Yeah, I think Steve like broke out for a while and then came back. He probably figured I didn't answer them, but I did. Despite my complaining, I went in and got the answers. You were helping clean up dinner? Yeah, I see. You're going to have to rewind the stream. You should be able to just hit the thing and go back a little bit, and then you can hit live again. I have about 5 different coins myself. I even grabbed 500,000 Shiba Inu just in case. Just in case it reaches $1 in 2040. Well, I guess if you're willing to wait that long, it'll probably, I don't know. You know, there's always a chance it may not be around by then. It is a meme coin. And the guy who made Ethereum gave away like 2.5 billion of it to a COVID relief fund. And everybody who bought Shiba got pissed because if they cash in that fund, that tanks the market for Shiba. But they did promise to only use a little bit at a time. So those are the things you got to be careful with when you're investing in those meme coins. I want to go in with 25K on Bitcoin, come back in 2-5 years and see what I make. Well, if you're going to go in 25K and you do that right now, then you're done. You just put it in a hard wallet and walk away. In 2 years, you'll probably be just under 100,000. Probably in 2 years, 3 years, you'll probably be at like 70,000, 80,000. Yeah, you won't quite make the millionaire thing yet. That's going to take a while. Bitcoin ain't going to go to $1 million anytime soon. It'll probably hit 1 million like in 10 or 15 years. Can't make the stream. Just wanted to say what's up. Hope you're doing good. Oh, thanks, Miguel. Yeah, doing really well. Thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by to say hi. I want to invest in crypto, but I'm afraid of losing money. If it crashes and I lose money, do they take money from your bank account? No. Dude, if it crashes, here's how it works. You technically lose money, but you don't actually lose money. Your portfolio value goes down. Nobody takes money from you. The only money you lose is the money you put in. So if you want to start off with like $500, just put $500 in Bitcoin and walk away. Come back 2 months later, see where it's at. It might be at $250. It might be at almost $1,000. You don't know. But if you put in 500 and the market crashes, you're only losing what you put in. They're not going to go to your bank account and take money. That's not how it works. And if you invest long term, if the market crashes, you shouldn't worry. Look, some of my portfolios went down pretty hard. It doesn't look good, but I know that I'm in this for the long run, so I don't give a shit. Not only did I not worry initially after I panicked them initially, then I was like, wait, what am I worried for? I'm not trying to make money now. I'm trying to make money for later. And then I doubled down and I bought everything else. I still went in and bought more because I'm like, all right, well, I know that the value of my portfolio is only down for a little while. So while it's down, I'll just throw some more shit into it. That way, when it gets back to where it was, it'll be worth more, which is what I did. I think it's safer to say your portfolio loses value. You don't technically lose money unless you take it out. Like if you see something dropping and then you sell what you have, then you lost money. But if you see something dropping and you decide to hold it and wait for it to recover, then you don't lose shit. Now, of course, it depends what kind of coins you're invested in. If you're invested in something like Doge or Shiba, you know, and they tank and they never come back, or they just don't recover to where they were when you bought it, then you're at a loss. But if you're invested in a coin that has a bright future, that a lot of people are invested in, a lot of people are talking about, like a Cardano, like a VeChain, like a Matic Polka, you know, those are coins that are bound to recover, you know? I bet there's some crypto wizard out there who can turn $1 into 100,000 in 1 month. Absolutely not. There's no way you can start off with $1 and turn it to $100,000 in 1 month. You'd have to invest $10,000 to do that and have a chance, just to have a chance at doing it. And you're more likely to lose your dollar before you even get to $2. Should I invest in hedge funds? I couldn't answer that. I don't know enough about hedge funds. My first picks were so bad, I lost about a quarter of what I had. I had to convert mine to different coins to not lose on dead coins. Now after a week sideways trading, my shit's going back up. Yeah, you just got to be patient. No, Jordan Belfort cannot do it. Jordan Belfort, if he was in crypto now and never hit the stock market and got in trouble, I'm sure he'd probably... But see, that's if you open an exchange to start selling crypto to investors when there's really nothing like that. People are doing it on their own. That's why crypto is so good. You don't have to find an investor to take care of your portfolio. You do it yourself. Outside of crypto, I'm looking at Fidelity. I want to do stocks outside of crypto. Any suggestions? Yeah, forget stocks. Forget stocks. I'm not in any stocks. Never touched them. Not that they're bad. It's just, it's a very slow growth. I'm at the age right now where I can't afford, I can't afford to wait 30 years for a 401k invested in, you know, dollar cost averaging into stocks that hardly fluctuate. I can't do that. I don't got time for that shit. I need something more volatile. If you got the money you got, just stick to the crypto. Yeah. Well, yeah, tech stocks are good. You can invest in Coinbase. They just went public. That'll probably be worth something in a couple of months. Yeah, I wouldn't, if you're just starting out, don't overdo it. You know, you need to learn about crypto. Trying to learn about crypto and stocks, your brain's going to explode. Just buy your crypto, put it in the wallet, and walk away. And if you feel like buying more, come back, wait till you see all the numbers in red at 5% or more, and then buy again. That's really like the short way of doing it. And don't feel like you have to buy everything at once. You know, do it little bit by week. If you put your money aside every week, you know, like let's say you put $100 this week, and you're like, oh well, everything's in the green. There's no dips. I'm not going to buy. Then you keep that $100 there. Next week you put another 100 in. Oh no, you know everything's still doing good. Nothing to buy. Next week you put another 100 in. You got $300. Suddenly there's a 5%, 7% dip in the market. Boom, you got $300 to spend to buy crypto. And you just do it little by little. Before you know it, you accumulate. And keep in mind that as you hold these coins, they continue to go up in value, you know, if things are going well. So your $100 investment 1 month can be worth $120 the next month. You know, it starts small, but it begins to gradually grow fast because the higher your holdings are, the higher value your holdings are, the more impact a percentage gain like 5% has. And sometimes you'll be lucky and you'll get a 30-40% gain. You know, that does happen, and it happens often enough. You just got to have the right coins, and it's, you know, but again, you have to decide which coins you want to invest in, because you can't go trying to put like $100 in like 20 different coins. Then you're just going to stretch yourself thin. Just type in Exodus wallet in Google and it'll pop up. Yeah, we're getting Conspiracy Thursday. It's going to be really good. It's going to be about time travel. For small investments, which coin tokens do you recommend, even for long term? So, again, I don't take take what I say at a grain of salt. Do your own research. But Cardano, I think, is a shoo-in. V-Chain is good. Hold on here. Matic Polygon is good. Matic Polygon is trading at $1.92 right now. It's one of the few cryptos right now that's surviving this. Another good way to figure out which coins you might want to invest in, go to that website I was just at, CoinMarketCap, and look at like the top 10, top 20 cryptos. You want to select cryptos that have a high market cap. So basically, if you're starting out, again, this is just general advice. Don't do your own research. I got to keep saying that, I guess. Everybody else does, so I guess I should too. You want to look at, let me share the screen here. You want to look over here. Where's it at? Right here, market cap, right? You want to make sure that whatever coin you're looking at, you want to heavily consider coins that have market caps in the billions. Once they're in the billions, that's usually a pretty good foundation for a coin that's not going to drop off the face of the earth. Coins that are in the millions in market cap are a little bit more risky. In fact, they're a lot more risky, because these are coins that may not survive the kind of crash we just had. And the kind of crash we just had does come around. It's always a certainty. It's just a matter of when. So you want to start off your research by looking at coins that have a market cap in the billions, preferably the high billions, like, 20, 30, 40. And then you want to look at what their future roadmap is. All these coins, all these developed coins have websites that kind of tell you what their project is, what they're doing, how they're going to impact the crypto market, the crypto space. And you want to go there. So like, obviously we look at here, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Tether is a stable coin, so just ignore that one. Stable coins are a little bit different. They never drop below a certain point, and they never go above a certain point. They basically never go above $1 or below 99 cents. Their stable coins tend to be backed by some sort of real asset or currency. So for example, Tether USDT right here is backed by the US dollar. Something like Pax, there's some other ones that are backed by Euro. I think there's another one that's backed by oil, another one that's backed by gold. So those are stable coins. What people tend to do with stable coins is there are some people who will come into crypto, just buy stable coins and then stake them. Because you know how you open a bank in real life, and let's say you open a savings account and they give you like a 1%, 1.5% growth every month. Well, there are sites or something similar to that, like banks in crypto. The only difference is if you take a stable coin like USDT Tether, and let's say you buy $5,000 worth of stable coins, you can actually put that in a cryptocurrency savings or staking it, and you're going to get anywhere between 15 to 30%, which is astronomically high. And there's actually a strategy that a lot of more advanced, more experienced crypto traders do, where once we get into a bear market, and a bear market is usually long-term, where the market is at a constant side trading or it dips or goes up at very small increments. There's really no bullish, no high gains. Once they realize we're in a bear market, a lot of these advanced traders will take all their coins, put it into a stable coin, put it in a stake, and walk away for 6 months. And they'll make astronomical profits. And when they come back, they'll keep reading the charts, they'll keep reading the trends. And right when they see that there might be a bullish trend on the way, when the market's going to switch back to a bullish market where there's really big gains and certain coins go parabolic, then they take out their tethered coins, they rebuy back all their assets, and then they take the profits and buy even more. And then now their coins are right back into the market just as it's going up, and they're getting more revenue. It's a little bit something that is very profitable. It takes a seasoned person, a seasoned veteran, to learn how to read the charts to kind of get an idea of when these trends are going to happen. That is something I'm in the middle of learning because I want to be able to do that when the next bear market comes around. But if you can figure that out, if you have a pretty decent idea, then you can sell your coins at a high peak right before the dip happens. You put it into a staking. You continue to watch the bear market, find out when the trend is going to flip. A lot of them look at what's called a 200-day moving average, and they can tell by where the last dip was versus what's going on now to kind of figure out where the next bear market's coming from. And right before the bear market hits, they'll take all their profits out. They'll rebuy what they put in terms of coins. And then they take the profits and continue to buy more. And then next you know, some of these guys make like a 10x on this shit. So it's good stuff. So if you want to figure out what kind of coins to start off with, definitely look at the top 25, look at the market cap. These are the things you should be starting with. And then go from there. And then look further into the coins. Don't do it by cost. The real value of a coin is not on what the coin is price is. Like, people see Bitcoin, they're like, oh my God, 38,000. Yeah, well, it's got the highest market cap, but Ethereum's only 400 million behind it, and it's at 2,600. So market cap is very important. Now, Doge is an exception to this because Doge has been hyped up. But the problem with Doge is that it's not limited. It's an inflation coin. They keep making more. What are the cheaper coins you think will have massive growth in the next 10 years? Probably Cardano. I mean, some people are predicting Cardano is going to be $40 a coin by early next year, which is absolutely insane. They're predicting, I mean, there's a lot of predictions coming around with Cardano, so it's kind of hard to take too many of them seriously. Some are saying $10 by the end of this year. Some are saying $40 by first quarter, second quarter next year. Basically, the ones that I'm invested in are some of the ones that people think will have large gains. But there's a lot. Polygon Matic, I was just talking about. Atom, you know what I mean? Agro. What else? XRP. Litecoin. A lot of people are predicting Litecoin is going to hit 4K in a couple of years. It was at an all-time high this year of $400 a coin. I own 4 Litecoin right now. I'm constantly buying little by little when it comes to Litecoin. What else? Stellar Lumens, Solana, Theta. There's a new one that just came out. It's kind of hard to find, and I want to buy some of it when I can find an exchange that's selling it. But it's called Carbon. That's got a lot of promise. Tezos is good. Hedera Hashgraph is good. Engine. So those are a couple. But again, you gotta kind of do your homework on your own. You know what I mean? I mean, I wish I had enough money to invest in a lot of these coins, but I don't. But I stuck with the ones that I had. Yeah, just because Bitcoin costs 38,000 doesn't mean you got to drop 38,000. You can buy $100 worth. You'll just have like 0.00 number Bitcoin. That's how it works. Yeah, you don't have to, you don't buy these coins by the coin. You buy whatever you put into it. So like if Cardano is $1.50, but I put 75 cents and I'll have 0.5 Cardano. Where if I buy the full 150, I'll have 1 Cardano. That's how it works. I actually think Cumcoin is a thing, to be honest. Yeah, staking Tether or Pax or USDC, it's kind of like putting it in a bank account with an interest rate. Only the interest rate for the coin is astronomically higher than a real bank. Rob, would you recommend to get a loan of 40K, invest all of it into crypto, and slowly pay the loan, and by the time you finish the loan, crypto will be worth millions? There's some people who do that. Yeah, they'll take out like a $50,000 loan, they'll buy it all in Bitcoin, they'll pay it off monthly, whatever they can, and then when Bitcoin makes a big move, they'll just pay the loan back in one shot, and then they'll come away with like pretty much a lot of money. And then they use that to start investing with. I kind of thought about doing that, but that's a little bit of a, I don't want to say it's a gamble. I just don't like the idea of having that much debt. Even if I know that it's not going to be there forever, even if I know it's only going to be there a couple of months, I just don't like the idea of having such a giant loan. You know, because I was going to take out like a $50,000 loan and just buy the whole fucking thing in Bitcoin, which right now would probably be the best thing to do because it's such a big dip. But how long before we see the gains? You know, $50,000, that's a lot of money. Even paying it off a month, that's going to be easily a couple $100s, if not more. Rob, if you had bought 1K Bitcoin back in 2010, would you still be streaming now? Probably. But again, my activity would be very much the same like it is now. It'll always be changing. It'll be somewhat inconsistent, you know, because I'm always viewing this as a hobby, you know. Although I gotta say, if I became rich off of Bitcoin, I'd probably do YouTube full time, just because I'd be able to at that point. Imagine it crashes so hard and you couldn't pay it back. That's the other risk. But that's why if I took a loan out, I would only buy Bitcoin. I wouldn't buy anything else. I would probably, all right, so if I took out a $50,000 loan in Bitcoin, I mean a loan, right? And I bought Bitcoin. Let's say I bought Bitcoin at this price, right? 38,000. So I got $12,000 of the loan left, right? I just bought one Bitcoin. I bought a little bit more. I spend the whole thing on Bitcoin. And let's say Bitcoin starts to recover next month. It starts to creep its way back up to 60, 70, 80. Well, now I've made the money back that I need to pay off the loan with profit. So what I would do is I would pay back the loan in full. I would take that profit. I would separate the amount of Bitcoin that I want to store away forever. And the rest of it, I would just continue to buy other cryptocurrencies. Sounds like a great plan. It's probably a plan that would work. I just don't know if I'm willing to take out a $50,000 loan. You know what I mean? That's a pretty big deal. Yeah, I believe it. I know you're talking about cryptocurrency, but I thought you should know the Godzilla ride has been leaked on YouTube. So if you want to watch it, you should do it quick. Yeah, we'll do it on a Godzilla stream though, not a crypto stream. I knew it was only a matter of time before somebody mentioned Godzilla. I'm surprised we went this long, an hour and 15 minutes. That's incredible. Yeah, I know, but still, that's a long time. 25 years is a long time. Even if there's a chance that you can Even if there's a chance you can pay it off in 6 months, it's still this. I'm a little pessimistic. It's funny when it comes to finances. I'm very pessimistic. I always think the worst case scenario, which is probably the right thing to do. So even though I know Bitcoin is not going anywhere, even though I know it's going to hit incredible numbers, I don't want to take the chance that I take out a $50,000 loan and we go into a bear market for 6 months. Oh, yeah, I did see John Cena bending his knee to China. Yeah, what an idiot. It's got some really sad people in the entertainment industry. None of them have balls. You know, if you go make a couple of movies and you wrestle for 20 years, you got a couple $1 million. The worst thing that happens is, boy, he looks old now too, right? Do you see his face? Jesus, that dude looks old. I mean, I know he's only a little bit older than me. I'm 43. He's like, what, 46, 47? Motherfucker's face is all crinkly. You know, you think about it, these guys make movies, they wrestle or whatever, or they're into sports or whatever, making millions of dollars. You know they have it invested. They're set for life, at least some of them are. The worst that happens if you speak up against that kind of stuff, the worst that happens is the idiots in Hollywood or whatever cancel you. You never get another job, but you still walk away a millionaire. And best part, nobody will ever bother you again. I don't see the bad thing there. I don't see a bad thing there. Well, considered he got fixed, he literally doesn't have balls. Yeah. Well, he literally does have balls. He just shoots blanks. Yeah, Nikki Bella dumped him because he didn't want to have kids. But she kept upping the stakes on him. First, she was bitching about getting married. He gave into that. Then she was bitching about having kids, and he was like, all right, look, you know what? Every time I turn around, you change your tune. Rob, did you see the new Eternals trailer? Yeah, I did. All these celebrities have nothing to lose if they go against China. Yeah. All they lose is their, but I guess, they're all egotistic. They want all the attention. They want to be famous. That's really all you lose. You don't lose your money. You don't lose your money. Look, man, if I jumped into Hollywood and I made a couple of movies or director or whatever, and I had like $20 million in the bank and I'm investing, and something happened with China, I'd come out and be like, yo, fuck China. Let the internet cancel me. I'll walk away with my money, invest it, and live on a fucking pool for the rest of my life. Just lay in the pool, watching all these idiots give in, and I'm just going to chill and sit on my money. That's it. But, Jong Zena, I like that. That's good. Yeah. He did. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the approach I take for this crypto thing. Basically, if you're in it for the long term, you really don't have anything to worry about. Dips, highs, you just got to learn how to dollar cost average. That's the most important thing. And dollar cost averaging is basically you take a percentage of your money every week and you put it into crypto and you just make sure you buy the dips. Now, you don't have to buy the dips. If you're going long term, you just want to keep accumulating. It doesn't matter what the price is. But if you want to make extra money in the long term, you hold off on buying until the market dips a little bit. That way you're making a little bit of extra money. But overall, dollar cost averaging is taking a percentage of your income and applying it to your investment. So anywhere between 10 to 20%, obviously the higher the better. Most people on average do 15% of their income a week. I do 20 or a little, sometimes more. The dip, I didn't even do dollar cost average. I just took a fuckload of money that I felt comfortable spending after my bills were paid, and I just threw it into crypto on all the coins that I'm currently holding. And if this market stays like this, I'm bound to do it again soon. What's going on, Robert? The NBA lost all credibility when it hasn't suspended LeBron. Yeah. Well, they're afraid of him. That's why. Real quick, let's see where the voting is at. I haven't checked it in a while, actually. Funny enough. Let us see. So 306 votes. And right now, it looks like it's going to be general discussion Q&A and games. Game stream, gaming discussion stream. So cryptocurrency and politics are tied at 14%. And then in last place is the chair stream. But pretty much 43% is all general discussion Q&A. And then 16% is game stream, game discussions. So I'll give it until tomorrow night to close it out. Nope, no chair stream. All right. I can do without the chair stream. Yeah, I think most people kind of woke up to that. It seems it's in last place now, so. But you knew some people were going to vote on that meme. That's kind of why I put it there. I was a little nervous when it started off, like, leading the vote. I was like, uh-oh, what have I done? But cooler heads prevailed. No, I haven't played Resident Evil Village. There's games like that, Bobby. Friday the 13th is like that. There's a couple of RPGs. They're ambiguous games on Steam. There's one called Dark Lord or something like that. You basically create a dungeon for the hero AI or hero real players to go through your dungeon, and you have to set the traps, control the monsters. You play the villain. You know, I'm surprised James Sidoti's not here. You would think with all the shit he buys, he would want to be on the stream talking about finances so he can think about a better way to invest his money so he can get more figures. But no. You want Elon Musk to turn Haiti into Wakanda? Okay. Got to do one chair stream for the culture? Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm all done. I'm all set with Battlefield. So you hear my thing going off because Josh Cosner is right now messaging everybody about a game he's playing. The camera went black? Did it really? Because I can still see myself. I know it's done it before, but usually when it does it, I see myself go black, which I'm not seeing right now. Okay. Rob, have you seen that Elon wants to make a real life Jurassic Park? Yeah, I did hear about that a couple of weeks ago. Elon Musk should buy North Center. I don't think it's up for sale. Plus, if he tried to buy it and go there, he'd get killed. I'm gonna fuck with Cosner here. Hold on. I just told Josh, I said, so you can play a game, but meeting people at a bar is tough, or chilling with everyone on stream is too much. That'll make him think twice about fucking messaging when I stream next time. Just shut your mouth. Oh yeah? You are dead, dude. And watching the stream and seeing this is gold. Yeah, he just said, Rob, I'm dead. And I'm like, you are. You're dead to everyone on stream right now because this is public. See, it's not always cool to be in good with the streamer. You never know when he's gonna turn around and do fucked up shit like this. Just blast everyone in public. Speaking of which, tomorrow is a member stream for the Kinkyverse and higher tier members, so be around for that. I do have a cooking video coming up tomorrow too. I made green bean casserole today and I filmed it, so for those of you who like the cooking stuff. Oh, look who shows up. Look who decided to pop his head into the stream. Yep.
Kazner, idiot, dumbass, instead of choking girlfriend, choke yourself.
And you really should choke yourself. Like, you know I'm streaming. I always have Facebook up. Why the fuck would you message? See, I know where the support level is. We got to play a game even though your boy's streaming. I know what kind of friend you are because you were supposed to meet people at a bar 2 weeks ago and you stood them up after leading them on for 2 hours. What the fuck kind of person are you? Like, you're literally showing your true colors. Now I know you certainly choke your girlfriend because that's the only way she could stay with you. With the kind of shit you pull, I can't see her staying with you under normal circumstances. There's no way. But Buzz, how? All right, so check this out, right? And I'm not going to get too deep into this because I was asked not to, right? But I'm going to give you the gist. Cosner, Steve Miller, and Omniblast, they all live within a good distance of each other. You know what I mean? They agreed to meet up and hang out. You know what I mean? Because they've been talking on stream for years. They're all friends. Steve and Omni managed to meet up at the bar, no problem. This motherfucker was telling him all night, yo, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. Yo, I'm on my way. Yo, I'm just waiting for my girl. And then last minute, it's like, yo, I'm not coming. Talk about some bullshit. I would be pissed. I'd be like, yo, fuck you. Kind of friend is that? And now, you know what I mean? He knows I'm streaming tonight. I made the post on Facebook.
Awesome
I made it on Twitter. Always talking about, yo, Rob, yo, support. Doesn't even show up. But he's playing a game.
Fenris Wolf tipped $5. We know what cereal Cosner likes to eat. Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes for sure. She wears a scarf year-round, Darkstalker. That's what it is. At least I know if I ever go to Texas, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call Steve. I'm going to call Omni. And I'm going to call Stephen A. And you know who I'm not calling? You, motherfucker. Why? Because I know you ain't going to show up anyway. So why would I invite you? This is a stream, Cosner, that could change your life. and you want to go play video games. See priorities. What's more important, playing video games or making money? Oh, look, James finally showed up. Look at that. We were just talking about James too. Here's a motherfucker who spends his everything. He probably goes to the pawn shop to sell shit so he could buy a figure. What better way than to accumulate money to buy all the figures you want in the world than to come to this very stream? What does he do? He doesn't show up. After I put his ass on stream the other night, that's the thanks I get. Rob, you got to understand something. There's too many variables. Me, Steven, and Omni are already planning something. Actually, Kausner, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Only you are planning something because they're not showing up. I know I shouldn't have said that, but they already said to me, yeah, we're not going to show up. We're just going to make the plans. We might show up to confirm that he's there, and then we're going to call him last minute and tell him we're not coming. That's actually the plan, Kausner. I know I shouldn't have said anything, but that's the plan. It's Tuesday. I have Flash and Superman. So the Flash and Superman, two shows that you could watch at any time, are more important than investing in your future to buy an unlimited supply of kaiju figures. Unacceptable. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, I can watch it later. No, because I'm putting this shit unlisted. This is valuable content. No, I'm not going to retitle it that. Too much of the stream was about cryptocurrency. No, actually, it's Cosner and Omni that have NASA connections. And never choose the CW over E.T.N. Yeah, but he does. He chooses the CW over E.T.N. every day. Every time. Even back in the day when I used to stream on Tuesdays on a regular basis, he never showed up. I could have broke news that a new Godzilla movie was coming out or something. He still wouldn't be here. It wouldn't matter. I could title it, James, I'm going to give you a free X Plus to add to your figures. He still wouldn't show up. If the stream was titled, James, I have every figure you could ever want, and I need you to come on stream so I can mail them to you and show them, so I can show them to you and then get your address so I can mail them. He still wouldn't show up on a Tuesday night. Feelings hurt. Feelings hurt. In fact, I think I have a button for that. Where is it? Nope. Nope. It's not on my button list, but I know I have it, and I'm gonna play it now. My feelings hurt button. Here it is.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Yep, there it is. Yeah, I know. I know. He's probably not even here to read half the shit we're saying now. He probably checked into LOL and then left to go see the Flash or Superman or whatever the fuck is on. And I just put him on my stream too, right? He was here for a whole stream chilling. He's not even a member, but I hook him up because he takes care of me. He takes care of the Discord. He's a great moderator. And what do I get for giving him some love on stream? He can't even show up to one of my most informative streams I ever made. I guess there are fellas that don't like money. You know what I should have titled the stream? Just as a, I say this all the time and I never do it, but I'm gonna have to do it next time. You know what I should have titled the stream? Toho launching Godzilla crypto coin. Then would have had like 700 people in here. Only for them. And I would have been like, all right, guys, I'm going to talk about this at the end. So make sure you stick around for the whole stream. We're going to get into crypto first so you guys have an understanding. And then we're going to talk about the Godzilla coin. And then like at 9:55, be like, okay, that Godzilla coin, complete bullshit. Have a good night. Would have lost like 200 subscribers easy. The Hedora coin. There you go, Eric. You know what I'll do to kind of rescue myself from being called out for clickbaiting? I'll put that title and then in parentheses I'll put Kappa. See if people read that part so they know I'm fucking around. This is Capcom Houston. All right, if you guys don't have any other cryptocurrency questions or anything, I think I'm going to call it an early night. Rob ate a huge dinner, and I really need to rest my belly. Speaking of coins, I actually bought Godzilla vs. Kong silver bullions. Oh, nice. Got to read the fine print, that's right. Do I want to link to the Godzilla Ride League? Nah, I'm sure I could find it. Plus, you wouldn't be able to link in here anyway. Well, the first part of that big bad is right. The second part is absolutely not. It's a little bit late. I was bad enough I put some weight back on. All right, tomorrow, members only stream. So if you're a Kinkyverse tier or higher, it'll just be us, nice and intimate. And then Thursday, Conspiracy Fringe Entertainment. It's going to be some good shit. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be good. I promise you. It's going to really have people in chat talking. And I'm hoping not everybody heard of this, but I'm pretty sure everybody did. But I'm not going to get into what it is. Just be here Thursday, man. It's going to be good. All right, guys. I'm calling it early tonight. I'm not going to do the outro. I'm just going to hit the end button. So you guys have a good night. Thank you for coming around. And yeah, I'll see some of you tomorrow, and hopefully I see the rest of you Thursday. All right, guys, take it easy.